I'm Amelia and welcome once again to my channel. Today I'm going to be watching episode number 4 of Scumbag System, and I don't know what's wrong with the creators of this show because they have decided to end each and every single episode so far in a cliffhanger. Like never a normal ending, no. It's always just when it's about to happen something. That was a weird order of words. Anyway, they just can't help themselves. And we are only in episode 4. Maybe it's not going to be for all of the episodes, but so far it has been every single episode. Every single episode ending in a cliffhanger. Why? Because I watch these once a week. I know at the beginning I said I was going to, record a bunch of them together, but it turns out I just don't have time. I just have too much work. What is my life? So I've just managed to record one at a time, which is sad to think, especially considering these are not very long. It's just, it's what it is. So I have to wait a whole week for the next episode. So that's frustrating. I've not been enjoying that part of watching this, but I've been enjoying everything else. However, before I start going on with Scumbag System, let me just make a little bit of an announcement about the weekend. So, in the past 2 weekends, I've been uploading the Untamed BTS, which is something that made me realize how much I actually miss doing things with the Untamed. And originally, I had planned to upload the next arc of the novel this weekend. That is probably not going to happen. It's probably going to happen the next weekend. I already recorded. I don't know in which video I mentioned it. I never remember in which video I mention things. I just talk in the videos. I don't keep track. So in case it was in any of the Scumbag System videos, and there's people who don't watch any of the other videos, which is likely, what happened was that the last arc of the novel, I recorded it a while ago and managed to just ruin the audio for some reason. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the microphone. I have no idea. And it was a long one. It was a long recording. If you can get the previous one as any indication, it was a long one. And I had to re-record that particular chapters, the contentment arc, I believe it's called. And that I had no problem because obviously it's not a reaction. I just have to more or less, I guess, remember what I said. I don't know. And I did it, and apparently I managed to remember what I said and more because the recording that I have now is even longer than the other one. The good news is that it's fine. I checked it. It's fine. But it seems it's going to be a long video. So because of that, I'm going to postpone it for next week because I have a lot of things to do in this one. I'm going to be needing the computer for work, so I can't be editing a long video right now. So I've decided to postpone it, but I didn't want to have a week without the Untamed that I'm getting used to that. So there's going to be a video related to the Untamed. It's not going to be a reaction because I have run out of things to react in a way. Actually, not really, because I want to react to the audio drama, I think it is. Oh God, my brain. Pretty sure it's the audio drama. However, I first have to figure out how to get to it because I know that it is in Discord. Like the people who translate it, they put it up in their Discord. However, I am an idiot. I am, I sound, well, actually, I don't know if I sound young. I sound of a determinate age. I'm over 30. That's as much as, not a lot of over 30, but a few years over 30. And I'm essentially a millennial, but deep down I'm also a little bit of a boomer because there are certain things that I just don't know how to do. And I don't have children for them to explain it. I should ask my brothers actually, but they're not very I have the feeling that they have no idea what Discord is. Or maybe yes. No, I know with my brothers, they probably know even less than I do. I am the technological in the family, so imagine that. So I have no idea how to access this audio drama. So essentially that's going to be on the pending until I manage to figure out how things work in the internet. So it's going to be slow work, but I'm going to try. That is my dog hitting the floor. It sounded like there was someone underneath the floor knocking, and I live in a house, not in a apartment, so that was creepy. But I don't know, it was my dog that just did something with its paw. So anyway, I have also the other drama to react, which is definitely going to happen at some point. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to come out with different random untamed videos that I'm going to do just for the fun of it. And there's going to be one this weekend, very likely on Saturday, because I know that on Saturday I'm not going to have time to record, and on Sunday I also have to work. So I'm probably going to record tomorrow. That is probably better. Although you have no idea what's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, by the way. I'm recording this Thursday night. Actually, it's already Friday. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm recording this at 3 in the morning already in Friday. So, that's what it is. If you're interested, you can, you can check my channel at some point on Saturday, probably, to see a mysterious video that I'm going to upload. And as usual, this is a video that I thought of and said, sounds like something that's going to be fun. So I am so ready for it. And I'm going to try to do more things. But again, I feel like, and this is not to disparage other shows that I've seen, because I have enjoyed all of the shows that I've seen. But I don't know what it is about the Untamed that just pulls you back, because I love World of Honor, but there were some things about that show that traumatized me. So I think that's probably why I have to take a step back from World of Honor. And I had managed to rewatch it and enjoy it. And this is months after I've seen it for the first time. So that's how traumatized I was by that show. So and it was a very good show. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing to do with quality. It's just my personal problems. So, I don't, and I have to admit, I don't feel that same pull for World of Honor that I feel for the Untamed. It also has to do with the type of, with the type of, not even the type of story, like the type of universe. I love universe that have magic. That's just the way it is. So the Untamed is just like perfect for me. So I'm going to try to do more things. Not only the Untamed, I say the Untamed because it's easier to say Morao Sushi, but in general, to do things for that. So I don't know if you have any other ideas about things that I can react to related to that. Just send them my way. I don't know if people can put links in the comments. I think comments with links disappeared. So I don't know what's up with that. But if you have any other, anything that you think, would be interesting for me to watch, just leave the name of the video and I'll look it up. So that's it. End of the announcement, which was very long as usual. So let's talk about Scumbag system. Now, I'm really getting into this show. I feel like I needed for the OCC function to be disabled for me to truly get into it. Not that I wasn't into it. I was already interested, but I was more interested because of the potential of the show more than for what we have seen. I feel like the first episodes were more exploring the universe and all of that, exploring this type of world. But now that the OCC function is gone, I'm very curious how Shen Yuan is going to act around Luo Binhe. We have seen a little bit. Anyway, in the last episode, we have the resolution of the whole investigation that they did. I love the fact that they actually, when they were investigating this shapeshifter, Shen Yuan sent Ming Fang to investigate, and the guy literally did nothing. He did nothing. It was useless for him to be there. The whole thing was evident, in the end, solved by Shen Yuan and Luo Binhe, and I guess Ning Ning was also there, but she wasn't a lot of help. So that mission allowed him to allow Shen Yuan to, revoke the OCC function. So essentially now he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And that's what we wanted to see. We also have the little bit of a spark between Luo Binhe and him. I had already said that I have the feeling that obviously Shen Yuan is going to do everything possible to treat Luo Binhe nicely. so as to not get killed by him, I guess. But at the same time, I think Luo Binghe, he's needy. He was needy for some affection, and he's going to just trying to get all of this affection, because, when you get someone who's starved for affection and you give them a little bit of affection, and that is like, a black hole of affection. I feel like that's going to be Luo Binghe. And he's already, like, the moment in the past episode when he gave him the manual, it's like literally a regular manual. Didn't even write it. He just went and found it and gave it to Luo Binghe. Luo Binghe thought that he had made it especially for him, and he hugged the manual, like, oh, this is the manual made especially by Master for me. It's like, no, it wasn't. But that was just, I feel a little bit of the little taste of what this show is going to continue being, and I'm so here for it. So, in the last episode, Shen Yuan also decided to go meditate for a couple of years, so he's going into these caves, and at first he enters and there's blood, which I would say already not a good sign, especially because, there is a difference between old blood and new blood, I think, because I have the feeling blood oxidizes pretty quickly, so old blood definitely looks old, and that blood didn't look old, so already a bad sign. And there were also like sword marks in the walls, so he still went there. He went there. He did a little bit of what do you call it? Meditation and all of that, and suddenly he started hearing noises, like pretty big noises. They sounded like explosions, and then he goes to look like what's going on here, which is again something that I would never do. I never want to know what's happening if it's going to put myself in danger. It's like no. You know what? I don't need to know. So he goes. He needs to know, and there is this guy hanging from the ceiling that just was going to attack him, and that's how it ends. That's how it ends the episode number 3. What is wrong with these people? Why do they have to do this to me? So someone in the comments already hinted that this character is probably going to be like a big character in the show, or at least it's a character that is not just one-off and that's it. I have the feeling that this is going to be like a character that is going to happen, and I think about time, because so far all of the characters that we have seen, other than Shen Yuan, Luo Binghe, I guess we also have Ming Fang and Yin Yin, which are, again, very, very secondary characters. We haven't had that many characters. I'm used to having 20 characters thrown at me in the first episode and me being completely lost. And don't get me wrong, I have no idea, for example, how the sect leader is called. No idea. Like, that guy, he appeared a couple of times. I have no idea what's his name. So already I feel like the bar is low and I'm already failing. But I'm used to like sort of Word of Honor of the Untamed. Like, here are 25 new characters in one episode, and you just, you don't know where you are, what's happening. So at least I appreciate that, but I also want to see more characters. I want to see more people. I want to see just, different people happening. So I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see where this is going. So I will just stop talking and just go into the episode. Let's just go into Scumbag System episode number 4. I just can't wait. I need to know who that guy is. So let's go to episode 4 right now.